What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly rotation video. This is actually a very good smelling week. I have a lot of different fragrances throughout the week. But let's go ahead and get started with Sunday. Sunday, I have no idea. I don't remember what I was doing on Sunday. Maybe just some grocery shopping or something. I wore Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum, again, it's one of those that's pretty easy to wear. It's a very, not typical designer scent, but it gives off that kind of vibe. But in my opinion, it's one of the better ones. I don't really have too many fragrances that smell like regular designer fragrances. I just don't really own too many of them. The ones that I own would be the Valentinos, but the Valentinos are kind of in that bubblegummy aspect, but not really. But this is that kind of DNA, but elevated. I could see why people were frustrated or angry about this release compared to what it originally was, but I still think it's pretty good. That's why I do have it in my collection. I had two samples of it, or one sample of it before I decided to buy it. Next, this day was Monday. Went to Monday Night Raw. During the day, I was getting things done. So that was Fougère d'Argent. Getting things done. I'm just out and about. Fougère d'Argent is one that's sneaky on performance. And I was really enjoying the wearing. It was actually a little warmer that day, I believe. And it performed great. I could keep on smelling it compared to what, I remember the first time I would spray it, couldn't really smell it for too long, which is the issue I'm having with one of the fragrances that's actually in this one. But I feel like after a few weeks or months having this fragrance, it'll probably become a better performer. So first half of Tuesday was Fougère d'Argent, and then what I wore to Monday Night Raw was Loewe 7 Cobalt. I got it in that day, and I wanted to give it a wearing. I wore it to Monday Night Raw. Rhea lost her title, of course. Everybody else on the card pretty much kept their title. So the main event, I was assuming that Rhea was going to lose her title, but she did. Not too into wrestling. Kind of just went because I used to pay attention to it more as a kid. Now I'm not really too. I don't really watch too much of it. I kind of just watch The Undertaker's podcast and sometimes the Stone Cold Steve Austin one. Catch some clips on YouTube of what happened, but not really too into who these people are. There was a lot of people that came out and had no idea who they were, especially I think it was the American Made people. But anyways, besides that, wore this. I actually had a Roman Reigns shirt, the Tribal Chief one that you probably saw me wearing probably the next day. When I went to go do laundry, it was sticking around. This is a sneaky performer. It's one of those that you go nose blind to quickly, but I could see this definitely being a compliment getter. Next is Bois Pacifique for Tuesday. So this is actually the fragrance. I am saying that it's not really performing too well right now. I'm giving it about two test wears. It's fading fairly quickly, but I feel like the longer I own it, the better it would probably be with performance, or at least that's just my hope, because I really do like this scent DNA. So with Bois Pacifique, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on Fragrantica, people are comparing it to Fougère d'Argent. I don't really see the similarities. Fougère d'Argent is there's a different kind of spice in there. I don't think it's mint, but it's kind of reminds me of mint, but not a mint like a Renaissance. There's a Renaissance kind of mint that I don't really enjoy. Like a different kind of I don't know. It's a different kind of mint. Here, let's go ahead and spray it, because why not? You do get woody, for sure. Woods, and the best way to describe it would be the redwood. I don't know if it's that image of the sample card that's stuck in my head, but it literally smells like a red tree. Like if you're in a forest. I've never smelled a redwood, but I feel like this is what they probably smell like, or that environment smells like. So I think this one is captivating more for the This one sets more of a scene compared to other Tom Ford fragrances. I feel like this is probably one of those that kind of like Creed's Himalaya. It transports you to a place, and this one is definitely like a redwood forest that it transports you to. Next, for Wednesday, back to work. Wanted to wear something simple. Didn't really feel like wearing anything crazy, so I went with Mephisto. I feel like Mephisto has been one fragrance that I've been reaching for a lot recently. And it smells really good. Like I said, it smells like Silver Mountain water. Starting to get a small dent on it. It is about halfway on that thing right here. It's a really good scent. Simplified Silver Mountain water. I don't know why I keep reaching for it over the Creed, even though I really do enjoy the Creed more. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that at this point. But Mephisto, really good. Makes me curious about the other flankers, but I also don't want to have too much redundancy, especially with these Mephistos. And I think there's a red bottle, which maybe it's different enough for me to pick up. I'm not sure if you know. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Mephisto's been a really good fragrance ever since I picked it up. I just keep on wearing it. Thursday, went with L'Immensité because I have to get my Louis Vuitton in the rotation. L'Immensité, really good. I don't think it was too warm on Wednesday. It was probably like in the 20s or 30s. It's starting to heat up a little bit, but not too much. And then it's like just dips right back to the 10s and 20s, low 20s. But L'Immensité is an aquatic ginger fragrance. I really enjoy these kind of scent DNAs. Different from Burlington 1819. Out of the two, I would say L'Immensité is the easier one to wear. Burlington 1819 is maybe like it has more depth than this fragrance does. This is kind of linear, but if you're looking for something more than just this scent DNA, I'd probably go with something like Burlington 1819 that does have more depth in that fragrance. If you're looking for something that has more character, I would say. Next, well, I'm not always looking for something that always has more character. Sometimes I want something simple, something clean. So that's something like L'Immensité. Friday was definitely the best smelling week, or his best smelling day of the week. It was Creed Viking. I feel like I haven't worn it in so long, but this is definitely my baby out of all my fragrances. I don't know how there has not been a fragrance that's come close to Viking, or at least smelling similar to Viking. I feel like I've been on that hunt for a while, and I just can't find something that smells similar to Viking. Yeah, it's a barbershop fougere fragrance, but the way it's done, it's completely different and better in my opinion. Obviously, I have like at the barbershop by Maison Margiela. I have a lot of barbershop fougere fragrances, but nothing that comes close to Viking. I think it's the spiciness. I definitely has to be what kind of like the spiciness they use in this fragrance compared to the fougere, the typical fougere kind of scent style. So I think this is a bit more spicy than that. Maybe because of the pink pepper. I'm not too sure exactly what note would do that for Viking, but whatever they did it right. And the cologne was a miss. The Viking cologne was a miss for sure. Different kind of thing. They should have just named it something else, not Viking cologne, honestly. I can see why, but at the same time, I really, whatever. And Saturday, there's a fragrance I haven't reached for in a long time. This is going to be Herba Pura. And I actually enjoyed the scent bubble I had going around me. I was kind of like, so obviously it smells more like a basket of fruits in the opening, more mango-y kind of. But the dry down kind of surprised me because I feel like I haven't worn this in so long. I was like confused that it was me smelling that way because I know what Herba Pura smells like. I know what the cologne smells like, but I don't remember it smelling like that specifically in the dry down. It was not powdery. Almost like almost fougere like, almost like a chypre fragrance, the way it dried down, at least on my skin, which took me by surprise. So I was really enjoying the scent bubble around me. So it might be a fragrance I reach for more often. This is something I didn't even spray in front of my neck. I sprayed 2 on the back of my neck and 1 on my wrist. But yeah, very good scent bubble. Surprised me. Probably will be reaching for it more often just because I don't think it was as difficult as a wear as I remember it. But yeah, those are the 8 fragrances I wore this past week. Let me know what your week looked like, especially for fragrances. Let me know which one I should probably try out from your weekly rotation. That is all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you want to look for any of these fragrances, in the description down below, I do have affiliate links that I do get a small commission if you want to support the channel, but they are for some very good discounters, so you can find some of these fragrances for really good prices. That is all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.